Hey everybody, I'm Trisha Swenson with Vail Daily Live. We're getting ready to let you know how you can spend your day today, let you know about some new snow that fell overnight, and we're going to let you know about some new enhancements that Vail Resorts just announced to uplift the user experience. All that and more coming up on Vail Daily Live, which starts now.
Hi, I'm Trisha Swenson.
I'm Brazzo.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Ken Hovey.
I'm Meredith Kirkman.
I'm Ty Diaz.
I'm Charlie Kennedy.
We are VDL.
We are VDL.
We are VDL.
Vail Daily Live.
We are VDL.
VDL. We are VDL.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is Wednesday, November 17th, and you are, you're in store for a great show this morning. I'm your host here in the studio, Ashley LaFleur, and then we'll have Trisha out and about in Vail Village. And like she said, we've got a lot of interesting information to let you know about, especially when it comes to getting on the slopes this season. And of course, I wanted to remind you that if you are watching on Facebook or on YouTube, make sure to comment. Let us know where you're watching from, what you're up to. We'd love to hear from you throughout the show because we can actually talk to you live, which is one of the coolest things about this platform. But you can also find us on Roku, on Amazon Fire, on Apple TV, on Spotify, and coming soon, we will be on Outside TV Channel 17. So if you're going to be planning that ski vacation, you can turn us on in your hotel room, or of course you can watch us on your phone, on your iPad, on your laptop, whatever it is that's the most convenient for you. So we're glad that you're here, and we'd love to hear from you this morning. So let's send things back out to my girl Trisha. First thing this morning, I was expecting to see much cooler weather and also some snow on the ground in Eagle. Trisha, Eagle's dry. It's dry and it's warm. It's 37 degrees. There is no frost on the windshield. Totally different story in Vail.
Well, you know what? It was about 34 degrees when I drove in this morning, and our daytime high isn't really going to be that much more than what we're at right now. So that cold front that came through, it will affect us today. Monday, what were we at? 61 degrees down in Edwards. So it will be cooler today. But you're right, and we did receive 2 inches of new snow. Up on Vail Mountain, 1 over at Beaver Creek. So every little bit helps. But yeah, we knew this storm wasn't you could hardly call it a storm. It was a frontal boundary that had a little bit of a weak storm system associated with it. It came on through, and the roads were like a little damp when I got out to the roadways this morning, but really not a lot of moisture in the air.
No, not at all. And actually, I was talking to my mom on my way in, and Eagle totally dry, Walcott totally dry, not even any snow on the side of the road. And then I got to Avon, and I was like, oh, the roads are damp here. This is interesting. There's a little bit of snow, like just on the side of the highway. So it was exciting to actually, to see how it changes, as you drive that corridor. And then, of course, I was getting the alerts that there was, some traffic incidents up on Vail Pass. So, it's so important to just take your time. Like, as you guys were making your way over there, though, did you feel like it was slick or the roads were just wet?
No, just wet at all. And so I think things should be fine for today. But you know what, Ashley, it doesn't even have to be a weather-related incident on the roads these days. I was talking to a friend that had to drive down to Denver yesterday and drive back up. There was a truck fire on the way down, and then there was another one on the way back up. So it seems like there's an increase of just vehicle issues that can block that road.
You're right.
All these birds are flying around. I'm just looking around here. They weren't geese. I thought maybe the geese were. They were like, we're out of here. It's cooler today. It wasn't the geese flying south.
Trisha, we got some friends that are joining us from across the country this morning. So I just wanted to say good morning to Dan Elliott. He is watching from sunny Orlando, 64 degrees in Orlando this morning. And also Megan is watching from Colorado Springs. So good morning to both of you. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. I mean, 64 degrees in Orlando today. You're right. That's what we were seeing on Monday. So a little crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hello to all those chatters. Welcome. Thanks for watching our show bright and early this morning.
Well, Trisha, I'm excited to see where you end up throughout Vail today, but we do have some really interesting information that Vail Resorts just announced last night. So we'll get to that after this first break, and we'll also have a full rundown of what's going on with your weather. So we'll let you get situated as we kick off this Wednesday show. But right now, we are going to take a quick break. And actually, should we do a little weather first before we do that? Let's do like an official weather before we send you into our first commercial break. So this weather is brought to you by Betteridge. They've been creating fine jewelry and watches since 1897. They have exceptional customer service, and they're located right in Solaris. So if you haven't been in there before, Lance and his crew they're just really fun to hang out with. First of all, and then they have just a beautiful selection of everything from estate pieces to their watches, and then of course they always have brand new things that you won't find anywhere else. And today we're expecting to see just some kind of dry and cool temperatures out there. So of course opensnow.com is my winter go-to when it comes to looking at the forecast. And so like Trisha said, we got 2 inches on Vail Mountain yesterday, and the next chance of snow is probably going to be this weekend and then right before Thanksgiving. So in the meantime, we're just looking at, some of the dry conditions for today, but because it's going to be a little bit cooler, we have a solid 24 to 36 hour period for snowmaking to happen. So that means that, we did get that 2 inches, but then we'll also have that help with that man-made effort in the next 24 to 36 hours. So that's great news. And then as we look at what's happening for our extended forecast, just dry and warmer conditions for Thursday and for Friday. Highs getting back into the 30s in Vail. But you can see this beautiful shot, and you can also see how minimal the traffic is along I-70 right now, and also the snow on the rooftops there and just in the middle of the highway. And then, of course, up on top of Vail Mountain, it looks like that snow is much, much better, which is what we've found as far as the runs that are open with Swingsvale and Ramshorn. So beautiful time to be here. And then, coming up, I'll let you know more about what we could see for potentially like a bigger storm. So stay tuned for that in our next weather. Right now, though, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have a look at your headlines, and we are going to be sending things back out to Trisha to talk about some of those big changes taking place at Vail and Beaver Creek this year.
Experience the best of Vail, one of the best opportunities on the market. Host friends and family all at the same time. This masterpiece on Beaver Dam Road has accommodations for up to 22. These are just a few of the latest listings brought to you by Slifer Smith & Frampton, the #1 real estate company in the Vail Valley. For more on these properties or to list your home, go to vailrealestate.com.
All right, welcome back. Let's take a look, first of all, at our beautiful Vail Mountain coffee and tea that keeps us going first thing in the morning. I was reading a little bit more about how they got started, and I love our local businesses and of course the stories behind them. And the 2 owners, they were actually at a friend's house in Switzerland in 1989, and in Switzerland they were watching the World Ski Championships in 1989 that were taking place in Vail. So I love that they're in Switzerland, but they're watching what's happening in Vail. And after watching, they decided, they're like, you know what? This is where we're supposed to be. They dropped everything when they got home, and they moved to Vail, and they started their coffee company. So it's amazing that the World Ski Championships can inspire businesses like Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, and also inspire people to move here and to create beautiful things. And by the way, we have the Xfinity Birds of Prey returning December 3rd through the 5th. So it is coming back to Beaver Creek. Obviously, we missed it last year. And so they'll have, of course, the downhill and the Super G. And then they'll also still have the Beers of Prey. They'll have Bloodies and Bluegrass. So it's all coming your way December 3rd through the 5th. So who knows what might be born out of people watching, this coming series of races, the 3rd through the 5th. But what's really cool about this, though, is that as you go to experience the Birds of Prey, you're going to actually be able to experience Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea right there at Beaver Creek in between the escalators. So amazing how it all comes full circle. Here they are watching it in 1989, and now they're going to be serving their coffee to most likely some of the world's best athletes and also to the spectators at that event. So big thank you to Beaver Creek for bringing those races back, and then also to Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea for creating such an incredible product. And they put so much love and effort into each one of their cups of coffee, to their tea, their breakfast empanadas. So stop in and try them out if you haven't yet. So yeah, let's send things out to Trisha. Okay, we're gonna send things out to Trisha.
Okay, hey, you guys, we just ran into Simon Marsh, a longtime friend of mine, and he is with Ski and Snowboard Club Vail, and he was just going to work. I pulled him aside. I was asking him some questions about how everything's going, but Simon, many people don't realize that Ski and Snowboard Club Vail is our oldest nonprofit, and it has been producing top athletes for, nearly 60 years.
Yeah, as long as the club's been open. If you haven't been over to the club, it's brand new this year. So, it's been there for 3 years, but it's it's a state-of-the-art place, and we have great training. So you can see, just behind the trees, we've got the training hopefully opening later this week. Soon, yeah. We hope. Fingers crossed with the weather, we never know. But we are getting the advantage of getting early season training. For some of us, we're training in Copper or Loveland earlier this season, but we're looking forward to getting started this year.
And the age groups you work with, the whole club, you start them out what age?
Well, the youngest are 5 to, then we go obviously to the oldest could be 90 because we have masters races.
Oh yeah, they're masters too. But a lot of times, you're working with people that are trying to get on the U.S. ski team and that sort of thing. And you produce some champions. We've had Chad Fleischer come out of here, also Lindsey Vonn, of course. And Michaela has trained with you guys too before she went over to out east.
Correct.
Yeah. In fact, she mentioned Simon as one of her influential coaches at a previous Olympics, which must have been such a great honor for you.
Yeah, it was very humbling and inspiring, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, tell us about some of the other athletes that have come out of there. Toby Dawson.
Toby Dawson. Let's see, the freestylers.
Yeah.
Tess Johnson and Kai.
Kai Owens. Ryan Walkendorfer from snowboarding.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, we've got in every discipline. We've got a strong caliber of athletes. So.
Yeah, even the Nordic out there too. And so when you do see this area on the easternmost point of Vail Mountain, that is kind of where you guys do the training. A couple years ago, you guys cleared the trees and built that very, very top section to connect with the lower training course that you had. And that allows you to do a little downhill training, right?
There's a fully what they call homologated, so it's eligible for downhill races from the top. So they haven't used that yet, but it's great speed training.
Okay.
And also, obviously, for this season, early season training has been very helpful.
Okay, and then most recently, the Moguls course. You guys are going to have a dedicated Moguls training course over there.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but if you take a look, it is really steep, but it looks amazing.
I saw it from the gondola. I was going up, and I'm like, look at that pitch. It looks crazy, but it's going to be really cool to see, once you're able to fully open. Of course, we're a little snow challenged on the Mother Nature side right now, but
I know.
We got to do a snow dance.
Again, fingers crossed, we hope it opens really soon.
Okay,
so,
all right.
Yeah, cold weather's supposed to come in today, so that's going to be our hopefully big push to get it open.
Perfect. Okay, Simon Marsh with Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. Any questions, Ashley?
I just want to know how excited you are to get out there on the hill for a brand new season. That's basically it. Do you have any rituals to bring in a brand new season? Do you have any do you wear the same pair of socks every day, or what do you do, Simon?
That's a good question. Well, we just try and train hard and just keep our fingers crossed that something's going to happen. But I don't know. That's a good idea. We should get some ritual going.
Okay.
So yeah, just people working hard and getting ready is part of the normal thing that happens. So
yeah, and it must have been really fun for some of the younger kids to see maybe even the ski team athletes training over at Copper. A lot of international athletes are there too, getting ready for the season. We've got Levy Finland coming up this weekend. Sounds like Michaela, her back is better. she'll
Yeah.
be racing.
Yeah, it's exciting. We look forward to that weekend to watch. So.
Okay, and of course the Birds of Prey over at Beaver Creek. So, okay, well, Simon, I know you had to get to work, so
All right.
I just pulled him aside. So I'm going to let him go, and so he doesn't get in trouble for being late.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Trisha. I love that, like, the ritual. This makes a lot of sense why they have world champions, that the ritual is hard work, right? Rather than like wearing the same pair of socks every day. Hard work is their ritual. I love it. It makes so much sense. Okay. Also, good morning to Scott Alford. He is watching from Fort Lauderdale. I love all of our Florida people. Scott and Dan, I'm a Florida Gator. And I grew up on the Florida Panhandle. And then, of course, I traded it all in for, this horrible place. I love it. I love it so much. But he says it's almost 80 here and too hot in Fort Lauderdale. Ooh, yep, Scott, I agree with you. That is why I call this home instead of Florida. I love the cooler temperatures and, of course, all of the snow. And it's such an adjustment from Florida. Also, Diane is watching from Atlanta. Good morning, Diane. I spent quite a bit of time in Atlanta because it wasn't super far from where I was going to school in Gainesville, Florida, and my mom lived there for a period of time. So I spent a lot of time right around Centennial Olympic Park, and then of course down on Peachtree as well. And then Lawrence is saying good morning from Coral Gables, Florida. All my Florida people, thank you for showing up this morning, and see you next month. Oh, Lawrence, I'm so excited that you're gonna be coming out. What are you guys gonna be doing? Are you coming out for the holidays? Are you just coming out to ski? And pray for snow, seriously, right? Like we could use a lot more snow, and we do have potentially a little snow in the forecast. I'm going to tell you more about that in just a minute, but at least we've been getting, some little fresh maintenance storms, if you will. So, and then John, good morning from North Carolina. Good morning. I'm so glad that you're joining us. It's good to have you here. So thank you to all of you for joining us this morning. And, it's time to probably dive into our Vail Daily headlines. So if you're watching, obviously from Florida, from North Carolina, you can log on to vaildaily.com and check out that e-edition. You can even see the pages flip. I love how it does that. But on the front page of the paper this morning, so Trisha's talking about recreating out there with Ski and Snowboard Club Vail, and then this is a whole different type of recreation. So mountain rec recently, if you were here, in our recent election that they narrowly lost at the polls with there's a tax increase that they proposed, and they're looking at maybe readjusting how they propose this question and how they might actually get the funds to improve some of their facilities. So you can learn more about all of those details on page A3. Now, something else that I think is very near and dear to a lot of our hearts as you open up that first page. Sorry, we're closed. It's talking about the upcoming trail closures that we experience here in the wintertime. And obviously, we've had a significant amount of people out on the trails, especially in the last year or so. And so it's really important that we respect these trail closures. And they just go into the reasons why these trail closures exist and why it's important to give it space. There's several different reasons as to why this might be happening. So you can find out more about that in page A2. And then also coming up next week, actually even this week, the Salvation Army and the Community Market, they're joining forces this year for a massive Thanksgiving meal delivery, and they need your help. So if you have some time to give, they are going to be doing some volunteering. It looks like Wednesday evening, Thursday and Friday, and then Friday evening into Saturday. So a lot of work taking place to help deliver some delicious Thanksgiving meals to our community members. Now, this is what we have been talking about first thing this morning. Vail Resorts made a huge announcement last night. They're going to limit lift ticket sales. And this is very interesting. So they're prioritizing pass holders, and they're going to be limiting the ticket window sales. So I'm going to bring my girl Trisha Swinson in for this situation because she's the one that was breaking this news to me last night, as she does, right? She's always working. Okay, so Trisha, this is a big deal. Like, when was the last time that you ever heard about Vail Resorts limiting sales of lift tickets?
I know, and that has been a comment from a lot of people when Epic passes are talked about. People are like, there go the lift lines or whatever. But you know what? What a great idea! It's going to prioritize pass holders, during the busy times, and we're talking, December 25th, Christmas Day through January 2nd, the way the holidays fall. So that would be the Sunday after New Year's. And then also during the busy MLK weekend, January 14th through the 17th. And then, of course, President's Weekend, February 18th. And then that whole week, because usually a lot of kids have the whole week off. So parents do the whole week here. So that'll be February 18th. And then continuing all the way through almost the end of the month, the 27th. So pretty interesting stuff. So I think it's an incentive to get your pass, which the pass prices do go up on November 21st. But then the other initiative that they're doing, they're deploying a whole new loading plan on a lot of their lifts. And I had a chance to run into Beth Howard, who's the chief operating officer for Mountain Ops, Vail Mountain. And she said that, she goes, do you notice what we're doing this year? We were down by Gondola 1. She goes, see how we're loading on the east side of Gandhi 1? I'm like, oh yeah, okay. She goes, last year during COVID, we kind of realized that we could kind of switch the configuration, and it gives everyone more time to load, which means loading is going to go more quickly. And so she said it was kind of a silver lining that they discovered during COVID, that they may have never even tried that or even thought about it because, we're going to do it just like we always have. So it's interesting that they're trying to do things to see if we can get the speed of the loading the lifts to go even more smoothly and quickly and efficiently. So that's kind of what's going on with these announcements.
Yeah, I thought it was also interesting that they're working to also create more transparency when it comes to lift wait times, which I think is something that we all really appreciate. But they're talking about, improving the Epic Mix app so you can actually see what's going on with those lift lines. And then, of course, with making these small adjustments to make that flow just happen even more smoothly. Really, really interesting that these are some of the things that they are focusing on for this year. But really, like the limiting the ticket sales for peak holiday times, that's a big one. That is a big one. So I'm curious to see how that goes.
And having that new kind of daily lift line forecast that'll help you plan your day. And it really is kind of that reverse herd mentality. Like instead of like, hey, we're taking 1 to 4 to 11, da da da, switch it up and kind of buck the crowd trend and do your own thing. My husband has this whole mountain figured out. Like I just follow. I've been here so many years, but I'm just like, wherever. I just go wherever I'm led. But it's nice to have that information and then have that information just right at your fingertips, right at your phone. On the Epic Mix app. So that should be cool. What they're able to do with their data that they collect, it's all to create a better user experience.
Right. Yeah. I'm very curious to see how it all works out for this season. But I do love the way that they're constantly trying to improve themselves, right? Like they're outwardly talking about it. It's one of the biggest company initiatives. I mean, you and I both have, been employed with Vail Resorts in the past for long periods of time, and that innovation, that's hard to do, right? To constantly be like, nope, we're gonna keep pushing to make ourselves better. And I feel like it's always a hard thing to do just in life, right? It's easy to just kind of get complacent and be like, this works,
Yeah. Ashley, I'm not sure if you noticed behind me, but we've got the snowmaking guns fired up over by the Lion's Head area. Okay, so they are taking advantage of these colder temperatures that we're seeing overnight. And then, our nighttime lows, the next couple of nights, are going to be very conducive to making snow. So that's one thing that Blake, my cameraman, noticed right away. He's like, hey, do you see the snowmaking guns? So, yep, we can see them now making snow over on that section. And Ken Hoey and I were talking about this. If you're down here at the base and you're like, hey, where is the snow? You know what? It is a different world past Gondola 1. And you just can't see it when you got the Lindsay's Run and all that. You just can't see it from here. So believe me, I was up there. I skied Friday and on Sunday, and It's great coverage for sure, and I'm not just saying that. And we got video to prove it.
Right. Yes, we do. It was awesome. And I love that that's part of the show, right? Is that we actually get to take people along with us so you can see the different terrain. You can actually see what's going on around the valley. But Trisha, we're going to let you warm up for just a sec. And talking about, getting around the valley, I wanted to address what's going on the roads today, because we did get some alerts this morning that Vail Pass was closed. It was a very brief period of time that it was closed, and then it reopened very shortly after that. But if you want to get those alerts, ecalert.org is where you go, and it covers all of Eagle County, right? So Vail, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Avon, Eagle, Gypsum. And the roads out there this morning, like I said, earlier, driving in from Eagle, completely and totally dry, like nothing on the roads. And then when I got to Avon and started seeing the snow on the side of the roads, which you can see here, and that the roads were wet. So we're looking, 2 miles west of Copper Mountain, you're starting to see that sun just barely hit that valley floor. And then that main Vail exit looking really nice and clear. You can see the buses loading on the surface road there. And then we have 1 mile west of Vail Pass, a little bit more snow on the camera, a little bit more snow on the side of the road. And then 1 mile east of Dow Junction. You can see on that bottom right hand camera there, that's the morning commute happening here in Vail. That's exactly what's going on. So heading westbound, there's not a whole lot going on, but all those people coming from Eagle, from Gypsum, from Edwards, heading to Vail for work, that's what's going on right there. So you can see it's definitely busy in that section of Dow Junction. So, all right, that's a look at what's happening with those road conditions. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have a look at your local weather forecast, and I'm going to tell you about our next chance for some really good snow. So stay with us.
Bright Future Foundation empowers families and individuals affected by domestic violence and sexual assault through prevention, crisis intervention, advocacy, and long-term healing services. Join us in making futures bright for survivors in our community.
This weather report is brought to you by Liv Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact our Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
Thank you so much to Liv Sotheby's for this weather forecast. So, behind me, what you're seeing, this is very much what we're going to be seeing for today. A lot of sunshine. I can see, looking out our windows here in Eagle Vale, that there's just a very slight little breeze happening. A lot of sunshine in the forecast, really for today, tomorrow, and for Friday. So, checking in with OpenSnow.com, I think a lot of us love the snow, right? And we are excited for actual big snowfall. Well, it's not going to be happening today or tomorrow or Friday, and it is looking beautiful out there. As you can see, the I-70 corridor running through the Vail Valley right there. But according to Joel Gratz and his team, there might is the key word here. There might be a storm track that would be a little bit more southwest between Tuesday and Thursday of next week. So right over Thanksgiving. And it might kind of be a little combo of moisture and then also storm energy that could create significant flow. However, let's just say this, that there is a very low chance that these ingredients would all come together in that perfect storm system, but it looks like that would be our next opportunity for some significant snowfall. So between the 23rd and the 25th, so right in time for Thanksgiving and for Beaver Creek to be opening. So very excited about that. Also, Megan, I know, right? So Megan's saying that she loves seeing the snow on the houses. Me too. There's something about seeing snow on the rooftops and the heat coming off the chimneys first thing in the morning, and just these beautiful little mountain towns. It's so serene. It's so gorgeous. Also, good morning to Rodney Travis. He's a VDL work sneak watcher. Listen, we don't care where you're watching from. We don't want you to get fired, but it is funny that you like to, that you admit that you're watching it at work. And then also Dan saying that he's watching from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm so glad that we have all these people watching from all over the country. This is exactly what we love about this show, is that we get to include all of you from all over, and that you also get to participate. So I'm curious, what's it like in St. Louis right now? Are you guys still seeing some pretty warm temperatures? We know in Florida that it's, 80 degrees and sunny, but what's happening in Missouri? I'm very curious. Okay, so that's a look at our next chance for potential solid weather. And that brings us into what's happening up at Beaver Creek, right? So Vail's already open. That happened this past weekend. Beaver Creek always opens the day before Thanksgiving. That's just their tradition, and they're sticking with it for this year. And hopefully, if we get that snowfall, it's going to be a perfect time for that to happen. So Beaver Creek will officially be opening on the 24th. That's next Wednesday. And then also on the 24th, the world's best chocolate chip cookie competition returns. So this is really, really exciting that it's all back. And as part of the cookie competition, basically what happened is people submitted their best chocolate chip cookie recipes. Then they were vetted by the staff at Beaver Creek. I've seen this voting process. It's actually very intense. There's like 20 questions that you answer about each cookie, about like the consistency, if there's like a crunch, the flavors. Anyway, they take it very seriously. But they've whittled it down to 5 finalists. Those 5 finalists will all be baking 1,000 cookies ahead of this competition. And then in about 15 minutes on the 24th, those 5,000 cookies are, I'm sorry, where am I? Yes, those 5,000 cookies will be consumed in about 15 minutes. That's what I was getting to. And then, of course, the winner will be chosen by the public, and then that winner will get bragging rights and also a little cash for creating all those delicious cookies. Now, something else that's coming up on Friday. So we have some things that are really kind of starting to create that holiday season atmosphere around here on Friday. First of all, we have, the Magic of Lights in Vail. That will kick off on Friday. Also at the Vail Performing Arts Center, you will find one of their first big mountain films by TGR. So Teton Gravity Research, if you are unfamiliar, they're out of Jackson Hole. They always create these really interesting films, and this particular one I think is so appropriate for the time that we are in right now. And it's about a 10-day backcountry mountain adventure. It brings these 3 guys together from completely different backgrounds. One used to be homeless, another one grew up, living in all sorts of different locations like Miami, Texas, Chile, and then you also have Jeremy Jones, who grew up on Cape Cod and then became one of the most prolific mountain snowboarders of our time. So they all come together for this adventure, and it's taking place again at the Vail Performing Arts Center at 7 o'clock on Friday. Adult tickets are $20, student tickets are $15, and I think we have a little teaser to show you to get you excited for this film.
Treat your dog to delicious, nutritious dog food. Specialty items and high quality gear for dogs who love to get outside and play. Do it yourself dog washing and grooming services now available. Mountain Canine, the dog friendliest shop in the Vail Valley. This weather and mountain report is brought to you by Carrots Jewelers, creating heirlooms for over 50 years.
every person has the same starting point in life.
I grew up running around barefoot with splinters in my feet, just a wild child.
My parents fell in love with the mountains, and by 12, I'm like, I'm living in the mountains.
It took a lot for me to get to this point where I can live my passion and exist in this space.
You climbing?
It's rad when you have 3 individuals from 3 totally separate worlds end up in the same place. We all share this common passion and love and appreciation for the mountains and snowboarding.
It's easy to get out of your comfort zone out here.
Yeah, definitely that.
I think there's a beauty in what's dangerous. Mountains don't give a what your gender is, what your race is, your culture, what struggles you had. It's not going to have empathy if your skin is darker or not. It's a reality. Oh, cool.
Interesting to get in the mountains with these guys, and it's such a good place to really get to know people, learning about each other's paths, and just a really tight connection.
So difficult to exist because people will always remind me of the color of my skin, no matter what. To everyone, I'm a black snowboarder. Right. I'm not just a snowboarder.
3, 2, 1, Rafa.
It's scary, but it's exciting because it's changing.
Nice work.
Snowboarding is what I had. I belong here, and no one's gonna take that away.
Right? Doesn't that look good? So 7 o'clock, Vail Performing Arts Center this Friday, you can catch Mountain Revelations. I think that looks awesome. I've been such a big fan of Jeremy Jones, and then of course split boarding is a big pastime of mine. So anyway, I'm very excited to see that film. And then Emma, I believe we've got a couple options here. What do we want to do?
Well, it looks like
Stand by.
talking to somebody. Can we go
Trisha's talking to somebody? Shocking.
Yes.
Let's find out who she's talking to. It could be the mayor, could be Lindsey Vaughn. Who are we talking to now, Trisha?
Hey, okay, so Ashley, you never know who you're gonna run into at the lip line these days. So I just ran into Dave Kraft, and he had his skis, everything. He's getting ready to go up, and we're not even opening for almost another hour. Dave, what's up with the stove? Why are you out here so early?
Well, I know the terrain's pretty limited, and we got a couple inches now, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And so I know it won't last. It really soft for the first half hour, right?
Oh, yeah, so I said, hey, you want to come on? He's like, I got to put my skis down first. Of course, you got to like stake that claim. And you said there were already some other pairs of equipment there.
Yeah, there's like 3 of us.
Okay, so other people have the same idea, and that's it. The early bird gets the new snow out there. But you've been out a couple days already so far this season, right?
Yeah, this will be my day number 3.
Okay, good.
I call my Facebook page Ski Bum Confessional.
Okay, awesome. No, what have you thought so far? What are your takeaways?
You know, we've had worse years, and we've certainly had quite a few better starts to it. But you know, I'm pretty excited. The coverage looks good. I think the ski company could probably have a few more runs open, but you just take what you got.
Yeah.
Might get like Hunky Dory or something open up.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
you never know. So right now, what is open? It says 5 runs on the website. So people are like, oh, I thought it was only 3 runs. Well, what's happening is, the ridge from the top of Florida, Swingsville, that's a run, and then Swingsville is the second run. Ramshorn has upper and lower, and then Powerline. How is Powerline doing?
You know, I started skiing it like that first day it opened, and it felt a little funky, so I just cut out of it.
Okay.
I don't want to get hurt this early in the game, but basically they've got Ramshorn, Swingsville, and Powerline.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
So 3 runs.
Okay.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. We'll take the 2 inches of new snow, and all right, I'll let you get back to your equipment. Dave Kraft, longtime local. He's been here for a while, and he's gonna get probably first gondola con out
I
there today.
love
But
it.
I love it. I love the stoke that people have, that they're like, hey, and Wednesday, there's probably not going to be a lot of people out there. And then actually, if you notice, we got the snowmaking gun behind us. It's a little loud down here, but you can see them making snow because they're trying to prep the rest of the mountain to eventually have that top to bottom experience. And then, like I mentioned earlier, they are blowing snow over by the Born Free area of Lion's Head.
Awesome. I love it. I love the diehards. They're like, it is Wednesday morning. I'm getting after it. I'm getting first gondola. Here I go. It's like, oh,
Two
I love it.
inches.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, getting those freshies. Getting those freshies. All right, Trisha, we're going to come back to you here shortly. But I did want to also say, so Dan's watching from St. Louis, Missouri, and I was asking him what the weather's like there, because obviously we're seeing those temperatures in the 20s right now. And he says 63 today, but colder temperatures next week. No snow, though. Well, Dan, well, I hope, do you want snow in Missouri though? Like, is that like, do you guys, is that something you look forward to? Probably not like we do, but, anyway, I love hearing from all of you, by the way. And thank you so much for also letting us know if, what's going on with our audio and all the, like, keeping us on point. We definitely appreciate it. Now, when it comes to getting out there and feeling good, looking good, not breaking the bank, let me just tell you one of our secrets. Like, obviously we have the stoke for the mountain. We have those people that get out there for that first gondola to get those fresh tracks. If you want the best deals on the things you're going to be wearing while you're strutting around and enjoying après and getting on the mountain, Outlets at Silverthorne is an excellent resource. They have so many different stores to choose from. But here's the inside tip, though. You're going to go and you're going to save 70% off name brands every single day when you go. But if you get your VIP savings card at the Welcome Center before you start your shopping expedition, you are going to save even more money off of what is already discounted in the store. So, of course, we sent Trisha over to get the details because she is our intrepid shopping investigative reporter. So we're going to check things out when she encountered Peggy Ziegler at the VIP Savings Center, the Colorado Information Center, and how you can get those great deals. Let's take a look.
We're at the Outlets at Silverthorne, just about a half hour away from the Vail Valley, exit 205 and Interstate 70. And joining me now, we have Peggy Ziegler, and she's going to give us some tips on how we can save even more. I mean, these are the must-dos when you're coming over here.
Absolutely, Trish. This is the red carpet treatment at the Outlets at Silverthorne. You first come into the fabulous Welcome Center, which learn all about your hiking and different trails and things like that. But what I love to come here for, first of all, is my VIP savings card.
Yes.
First commandment of shopping, go to the Outlets at Silverthorne. Ask, please, may I have my VIP savings card?
Good, thank you.
Thank you so
and the
much.
stores aren't going to ask you for this. This is something that you need to be in the know about. And what I love about it is it gives you all the list, a long list, front and back, of the stores that are participating and what kind of deals you're going to get.
That's right, and you are right. You must show this. They're not going to ask you. But the thing that I love also is we have some exclusive stores here, unlike any others in the state. So you've got Williams-Sonoma, the only outlet in the state of Colorado. You've got Pearl Izumi, the only outlet in the state of Colorado, and they both are on this savings card program. So 10% off Pearl Izumi, $20 off, $150 or more at Williams-Sonoma, and as you can see, so many others. You want to check this out first. This is the first commandment of shopping.
Okay.
The Outlets at Silverthorne.
And then, all right, next you have Elite Awards now. What are
We
those?
do. Elite Awards. Everyone wants to become a member because A, it's free. Hello. Thank you. So come on, sign up. You get points for every dollar you spend, and then you also get rewards such as gift cards, lots of goodies, gift cards. So why not do it? As long as you're here saving money, save some more.
All right, and you have plenty of places to save at. We have 3 different villages. We have the red, the green, and the blue, housing all sorts of our favorite outlets. We've got Gap, we've got J. Crew, we have Banana
Polo,
Republic, Calvin Klein.
Under Armour, Carter's. It goes on and on. It's so great.
Peggy, where is the Colorado Welcome Center located?
Trish, we are right down from Starbucks. Just think of Starbucks, you'll see Under Armour, oh my gosh, Carter's. Timberland Cafe is on the other side of us, and we're right there. It says Colorado Welcome Center. Come on in to get your savings card, but also if you have any questions about recreation, places to stay, fabulous resorts, things to do, this is the place to go.
And we should mention too that we do have restaurants within the 3 different villages as well.
Yes.
So if you get hungry, if you're spending quite a bit of time here, you can stay fueled up.
And chocolate.
Chocolate.
Chocolate factory. Oh yeah.
That's on your VIP savings card too. Okay, so if you want to learn more, what's the best source? Do you have a website for us?
Outlets at silverthorn.com.
Okay, thanks Peggy.
Thank you.
Get this VIP card.
Look your best with fashions from the outlets at Silverthorn. Mountains of brands to suit your style with savings up to 70% off every day. Don't forget to pick up a VIP savings card from the Colorado Welcome Center for even more discounts. Become an Elite Rewards member and earn amazing gifts. Outlets at Silverthorn, located 30 minutes east of Vail, exit 205 on I-70.
Club One is a pivotal part of the Vail lifestyle, with spacious lockers to store all your gear in a ski-in, ski-out location. Club One is your mountain headquarters, stacked with club amenities and members-only perks. Club One, where the locals locker.
This weather report is brought to you by Outlets at Silverthorn. Fresh air styles, mountains of brands, elevated savings.
Check in their website, outletssilverthorn.com. You can check out their sales before you go over. And right now, Columbia Sportswear is doing their Black Friday deals, but it ends today. So make sure to stop on in there. I found some really great Sorel boots over there before. I get a lot of my backpacking shirts from Columbia because they have like that moisture wicking material, and then they're just really comfortable. But anyway, so Black Friday deals end today at the outlets. Great day to stop on over because the roads are in really good shape, and we're going to be seeing a lot of sunshine today. And so we're going to be seeing those highs in Vail staying a little bit cooler than they have for the rest of the week. And we'll be looking at those highs really kind of staying in the 20s probably. It'll be a little bit warmer, of course, down valley, but right now it's 27 degrees, feels like 19. You can see that sun starting to peek out. Still some clouds over the Gore Range and then also on the top of the mountain, but smooth sailing along I-70, just a little bit of a dusting. And like Megan was pointing out, the snow on the rooftops, I love when it looks like this little, Bavarian village, right? Oh, so beautiful this Wednesday morning. And then we are going to be seeing those temperatures staying pretty nice and cool overnight, lows in the teens this evening, so great for snowmaking. And then for tomorrow and for Friday, dry and warmer, we'll be seeing those highs back in the 30s. So big thank you to the outlets at Silverthorn. Let's check in with Trisha Swenson because you can't keep the girl. She's not a loner, this one. She likes to find friends no matter where she goes. Trisha, who are you with now?
Okay, Ashley, I just met Piper Anderson. We were getting ready to do our next report, and she was curious. She said, "What are you guys doing?" And I said, "We're doing a morning show. Do you want to be on it?" And she's like, "Okay." So, Piper, tell us where you're from.
I'm from here in Vail Valley.
Okay. And what are you doing up so early this morning?
I'm gonna go skiing with my team, but they're not here yet.
Okay. All right. And who is your team?
I'm with Ski Club Vail. I have coaches and all my friends in it too.
Okay. Yeah. So Ski Silver Club Vail, we just ran into Simon, and guess what? That's one of our coaches. So at least we know Simon's here, and we know Piper's here. So you guys will get out there. And what age group are you in?
I'm a U12 and I'm 11.
Okay. Yeah. How long have you been doing the ski racing program?
Since I was 9.
9.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how long have you been skiing in general? How old were you when you started?
I started at 2, but then I didn't like it, and then I came back at 3.
Whoa, 2, didn't like it. The comeback was at 3 years old. So parents, if your 2-year-old doesn't like it, there's always hope. All right. Now, what is your favorite thing about ski racing?
I love getting to hang out with my team and seeing my coaches, and I love getting to improve. And,
I know. Well, and this is the very beginning of your season. So you only have a couple days under your belt so far. What have you guys been working on?
We've been working on matching to the hill, where we have to get more forward when the hill's going down, and then when it's flat, we can just kind of stay how we are.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? That's a little, it's a little scary because getting even more forward when you're going downhill, you got to be really brave to trust those moves, right? Okay. Okay. And how many kids are on your team?
A lot, maybe like more than 30.
Whoa. Okay, then you break out into different groups?
Yeah, we have 5 coaches, so we do break out into different groups.
Okay.
Yesterday, my group was with 6 people because sometimes the boys in our group kind of just need to be like separated, so we have smaller groups of boys that don't really know each other.
Okay, okay. It's because they get a little rambunctious?
Yeah, and they also haven't seen each other, and they just started going to school together instead of on a Zoom call.
Okay. Oh, so they're all excited.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
they gotta talk to each other. Okay. All right, awesome. Now, do you get cold out there, or what do you do about that?
Well, there's a lot of new, like, hand warmer thingies. There's things that go in your hands, and then there's, like, these sticky pad things that go on your chest, and it keeps you warm.
Okay, okay, so you got some tricks. You know what to do. Because I know that you're dressed warmly now, but when you do race, are you in those racing suits?
Yes, we are. That's why I have a lot of those warming pads.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Do you have any idols? Do you have any racers that you look up to?
Michaela Schifrin, because she's my neighbor.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, have you talked to Michaela about your trajectory and what you want to do with skiing? What advice did she have?
She just told me to never give up on ski racing, and that I devote the time that I want to it, and how much I devote to it will depend, like, make my future better.
Wow, great advice from an Olympic champion. Aren't you glad you didn't quit at 2 years old?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, Piper, we're going to look forward to maybe seeing you up on the slopes this season, hearing about your race results and everything. So best of luck to you. Okay, thank you. Piper Anderson, she's with Ski and Snowboard Club Vail, the U12s. Check her out on the slopes this winter.
Oh, thank you, Trisha. Thank you, Piper. I mean, learning life lessons from Piper, right? Don't give up when you're 2. You might have a big comeback at 3, and then living next to a world champion that tells you that what you dedicate to that sport is what you're going to get out of it. My gosh, learning some giant life lessons here on the show. And also, Piper, yeah, sticking those warm patches to you. That is like everything, right? Like, my goodness. Everywhere. Amazing. Thank you so much for the advice and for sharing a little bit about your skiing with us. That was really cool. Piper, thank you so much. I bet we're going to be seeing her name just like Michaela Schifrin's in the papers and all over here on Vail Daily Live in just a couple years. That is awesome. Thank you so much to Trisha and to Piper. Serious. I mean, come on. She had to come back at 3. I love it. I love it so much. Also, really quickly, I want to go back to the chat because some my fellow shoppers are lighting us up this morning. So Danielle's saying, hey, fabulous. I'm going to be stopping by the Welcome Center to get those extra savings, right? Definitely an insider tip. It's amazing how much more you can save. And then, I mean, already on top of those awesome discounts. And then LP, amazing holiday goodies at William Sonoma. Silverthorne has the only outlet in the state. Oh, that's good to know, especially if you're going to be planning those, big Thanksgiving meals, if you want to get some delicious, like amazing table settings. And yeah, good tip. Thank you, LP, for that. Okay, so now we know where to go to save all the money. We also know that Ski and Snowboard Club Vail is clearly an amazing place for your kids to be training. My gosh. And then, I'm sorry, Emma, what was that?
Those goggles.
Goggles? Did we want to talk about jewelry first or goggles?
Let's talk about goggles.
Okay, let's talk about goggles. Okay, look, here's what I have in my goggle pile. Are you ready for this? So obviously Piper has her goggles out there. And when it comes to getting goggles, like fresh ones, just like this, Eyepieces of Vail is where you need to go. So I picked up this is the Anon M2. So this is the one that is designed for the guys in your life. So I'm kind of doing a little shopping right now to see if maybe this is something that I should get for Tom. But Anon is a company that was started, it's part of Burton. And so especially for all you snowboarders out there, you're aware. But look at this. Okay, look, you can kind of move my computer here. But one of the coolest things about these Anon lenses and these goggles is that they have these magnetic lenses. And of course, obviously this is fresh out of the box, so it's got the plastic on it. But look at how easily these snap into place. So if you have maybe like a highlight daylight today, you want to have that darker lens, but maybe you have those clouds moving to adjust. So look at how quickly and easily that happens just with the magnets. Amazing. And then of course they also have these specific straps that have a little stickiness on the side that helps to make sure that it's not moving on your helmet, so it's going to stay in place. And just a really, really great company. They have been built to last, and you can go on over and just kind of check to see which one fits your style, which one fits your face, and then also fits the conditions for all of your adventures. And you'll find 7 different locations for eyepieces, so you'll find them in Vail, in Beaver Creek, and Edwards. Also, they have a location in Snowmass, and they've been doing this for 30 years, so they're so incredibly trusted. They're just next to none when it comes to their customer service. They're amazing. So stop on in and make sure that you find the right goggles for your ski season this year. Okay, shall we take a quick break, Emma? Is that what we're going to do? We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Vail Daily Live. Okay, shall we take one last look at your weather before we send you off on your Wednesday? I think we should. Carrots, by the way, if you've never been over there, they've been creating these incredible, beautiful heirlooms for 50 years now. Dan Tleen and his team have been doing this, and I personally have had an amazing experience over there. Recently, my engagement ring got bent. Long story, but they fixed it up for me. It's perfect. It's back exactly how I know it to be, and how it's just like new. But they also have created these one-of-a-kind pieces. I got my dad the most amazing belt buckle that Dan had made back in the 70s, and it's just there are just so many cool things that they have in their store. So stop on in and see Dan and the whole team at Carrots. And if you're going to be in Vail today, you'll notice that the temperatures are going to be pretty cool. So highs in the 20s, and that's where they're going to stay really throughout the day. And you can see that sunshine just kind of starting to hit the valley floor, still shaded there on part of the mountain, but we will be seeing perfect conditions for snowmaking really over the next 24 hours or so. And dry and cool today, also warming up as we get into Thursday and Friday, with those highs getting back into the 30s. And then we might have a chance for a little snow this weekend, but our next chance for maybe some significant snowfall happening between next Tuesday and next Thursday. So hopefully for Thanksgiving, we're going to be celebrating with some freshies, but we'll keep you updated as we get a little bit closer to that. But a big thank you to Carrots for a look at this local weather forecast. Okay, now Trisha, let me just tell you, she's just been crushing it with like the random man on the street interviews this morning. And, we were just with Piper Anderson, who was giving us life lessons about not giving up and, fighting your way back. Trisha, who do we have now?
Well, we've got ski patrols loading. Hi, Augie.
Trisha.
How's it going? But hey, I ran into some other people that are up here early, ready to get first on the car. We have David and Madeline, and I love it. I come up here, and she's like, he sets it all up. So, David, what's the routine in the house?
It's not it's not routine. It's rules.
Rules.
I get up. I take care of the dogs. I make the coffee. I make the smoothie. I load the car. And all Madeline needs to do is put her boots on and get in the car and not complain. And
how's that working out for you, Madeline?
It works out great. I love loving it. It makes it easy for me, and I'm usually one of the very small percentage of women in the first chair line, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
So that's important to know.
Oh, awesome. Well, you know what? And once you get up there, it's going to be worth it. But even though it's just a couple inches, about 2 inches, but you know what? It really feels good.
We call this a Vermont powder day.
A Vermont powder day.
You know what? Fresh snow is always great. Doesn't matter how much it is. It just changes your attitude. You feel like, yeah, we're winter now. This is good.
I
Let's
know.
go.
And you know what? And it's going to feel so good out there. And then it's going to be beautiful, too.
Yeah.
Like that little glistening with the sunshine
Yep.
coming out,
Exactly.
too. It is a little colder today, so do you put one more layer
I
on?
got one more.
I got my fleece gaiter instead of my fabric gaiter.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
Ready to go. Now, I notice you have Ripperoo. This is the little mascot, the little doggy mascot at ski school. Are you involved with ski school?
Yes, I teach at Beaver Creek.
Oh, awesome.
In the 7 to teen school, and it's awesome.
Oh, the 7 to teens. That's such a great program.
Yeah.
You know, because there's so much learning and progression that goes on in those age groups.
I love teaching kids because they're not afraid to fall.
Yeah.
And they just get back up again. They do it all day long, and it doesn't bother them. When I fall down, I need to go sit in the corner and drink a gin and tonic. You know? But they'll just get back up and keep skiing, and they have fun. And I love watching them figure out what their body can do and find the joy in that accomplishment. And I love taking them on more adventures.
All right, perfect. Well, yeah, we can't wait to talk to you when we get over to ski school. Now, David, you mentioned Vermont Powder Day.
Vermont
Are
Powder
you
Day.
from the East Coast
I am
originally?
an East Coast guy. I've been in Colorado 35 years.
Wow. What drew you out here? Yeah.
Right?
Okay. I didn't know. Maybe sometimes it's a job transfer kind of thing, and then
No.
this just gets sprung upon you. But
Yeah.
you followed. You
We
chased
came
the
for the
powder.
lifestyle.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Okay.
I actually lived in Vermont when I was a little girl.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, so we were probably skiing the same mountains when we were kids, but we didn't
Smuggler's
know each
Notch.
other.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for just sharing your story this morning with us, and have a great day.
Thanks
so much.
Okay, Ashley, any questions for David and Madeline?
I mean, David and Madeline, I feel like can we just get your numbers so we can learn about skiing and love for our Valentine's Day edition? This is amazing, by the way. I wish my husband would set up all these things for me to get out first thing in the morning. And
I love it.
And Madeline, also, I'm right there with you. If I fall down, it's more like a margarita in the corner, but I love that it's gin and tonic. I'm right there with you. This is awesome. Oh, man. Thank you guys so much. Also,
If it's early, I'll do the Bloody Mary.
Oh.
Yeah, we have different alcohol concoctions for the time of day we're talking about, so we can accommodate anytime of day.
Oh, this is awesome. Thank you guys so much. This is so entertaining. I love this so much. Trisha, I appreciate you. Dave, Madeline, I appreciate you as well. First thing in the morning, getting out there to get those runs. And man, awesome. Yeah, Trisha, get their numbers. Let's get them back for our Valentine's Day edition to talk about
They need to give dating advice.
Yes. How to be couples that ski. This is couple goals. All right.
This is couple therapy right here.
Yes. Amazing. All right, Trisha, listen, we're talking too much again. We're yapping. We've extended our time limit for the show. We should have been done 5 minutes ago. Any last words of advice for people for today, for getting out and about?
Oh man, it looks beautiful out. The blue sky, the sunshine is coming. People are hugging. They're loving it. So you know what? If you got the time, you got the day off, the morning off, make a few runs. I don't think they'll be disappointed.
I don't think you will either. Trisha, fantastic work on your lift line interviews today. I love who we run into. That was amazing. Just totally warming my heart first thing. All right, well listen, come on back, warm on up. I'll see you probably on Friday, but we're going to close out this edition of Vail Daily Live. And should we check in with our chat one last time before we say goodbye to them? Okay. All right. No, nothing brand new, but just thank you so much to all of you for chiming in. I love that you're watching from across the country. Keep it coming. We love to hear from you on the show. So we are going to say goodbye and leave you with a little preview of what's coming your way on season 2 here on Vail Daily Live. And also just remind you, make sure to subscribe on YouTube, hit like on Facebook so you don't miss out on any of the action. We are live at 7:30 each and every morning, and coming soon, we are going to be live on Outside TV Channel 17. So have an amazing Wednesday, and I leave you with season 2, what's coming next on Vail Daily Live.
Swenson.
I'm Brazzo.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Ken Hovey.
I'm Meredith Kirkman.
I'm Ty Diaz.
I'm Charlie Kennedy.
Vail Daily Live is here. Vail Daily Live is now.
It's winter and we are back.
Snow reports.
Grooming updates.
Road reports.
Party info. Food and fun.
Want to know where to get the best deals?
We are your concierge of the Vail Valley.
VDL streams everywhere.
On the mountain, off the mountain.
On every screen.
On Facebook, YouTube.
On Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Spotify.
And now, we're on Outside TV 17.
Live and on demand, 7